In war, soldiers fight. Leaders make sure the right fight is being fought. And the most dangerous place for a leader isn't in the front lines, it's stuck in the trenches, responding to the same chaos that everyone else is drowning in. Because when you're buried in the fight, no one is steering the mission. If you're not directing the battle from a command post, you're just another soldier with a fancier title. I'm Chris Hunsaker, and this is the Dealership War Room. Leadership fire. 7 minutes. Built daily, fueled intentionally, and delivered relentlessly. And today, find your command post. I want you to think of two stores, same brand, same market condition. Store A's GM works every day in the trenches, desking deals, delivering cars, even chasing down RO approvals. Store B's GM works every day from a clear command post. 3 check-ins every single day, staying on the war plan and redirecting resources every time there's a bottleneck. 6 months later, Store A's GM was burned out and turnover was up. Store B's GM had grown gross, tightened up CSI, and gotten 3 people ready for promotion. The leader's job in execution is to control focus of the whole team and direct resources of the whole team so that they can see the whole field, adjust as necessary, and make sure we constantly stay on mission. Today's tool is setting up what I call command post moments, where 3 times a day, intentionally on purpose and scheduled, you're going to step back and scan the field, scan the whole dealership, adjust, and then execute. Number 1 is the morning brief. It's 3 simple elements. First, clarify the mission. What specifically are we trying to get done today? Number 2, check readiness. Am I fully staffed? Do I have all the people here? Is everybody ready to go? And then finally, you're going to assign resources so that everybody knows what we're doing, who's doing it, and they can go out and start executing. That's the number 1 command post where so many leaders that I work with, they do this in their head, but they don't necessarily pull their team together to share with them what they're seeing and create that group or team level of clarity. Number 2 is the midday adjustment. This is so critical. This is right in the middle of the day where you're going to stop and you're going to identify bottlenecks, reassign resources, and then keep the momentum going. Number 3 is your end of day debrief. And here's where you're going to capture wins, lessons, and end of day priorities. This is the one of all the 3 command moments that gets skipped the most because it's the end of the day and you're tired and you're just going to go ahead and start tomorrow. I cannot tell you how absolutely critical it is to stop and execute on this last command post. It is the thing that will drive your execution and sustain your momentum over time. When you run your day from command posts, from these command post moments, you stop chasing and you start directing. Good intentions frequently produce poor results because there isn't the system and the structure necessary to execute and produce results. There's just hustle and desire and willpower. But that's never enough. And I want to share with you 3 traps that absolutely kill your command post moments. The first pattern that I see is what I call the hero leader illusion. Being everywhere, solving everything definitely makes you feel important, but it trains your team to be weak and dependent. And here's the catch. This is why this is so dangerous, because you see your job is to solve problems with your time and your resources. When the role of a leader is to solve the bottlenecks, the problems and the challenges of the dealership or the store or any business with the time and resources of your team. Because if you're going to solve every problem with your own time and your resources, you are very limited in how big you can grow. The second pattern is what I call the invisibility problem. If your team doesn't see you leading, directing, adjusting from a command position, they're going to assume that you're out of the loop or that you're just unavailable. In which case, they're going to start making stuff up on their own, or they're going to drift from their accountability because they're just sucked up in whatever they're doing. Now, I'm not saying you need to be in the middle of your showroom all day, every day. You need block time. You need time away from everybody with the door shut and the phone off so you can work on your business and not just in your business. But you have to build into your schedule the structure of these 3 touch points where they're consistently seeing you in a command position, adjusting, redirecting, and solving problems with resources and not your time. And number 3, and this one's heartbreaking to me, some leaders, they just don't adjust. They do a great morning briefing. They kick the day off amazing, and they never check back in. And the day just goes by. And by the time they realize they need to adjust, the day's gone, and they've lost the chance and the opportunity. That's why structure is so critical. Those 3 outposts where you're consistently looking at scanning the field, directing, resources and adjustment absolutely change your level of execution, not by 5 or 10%, but sometimes by 100, 200, 300% more effective you will be just by building in this structure. So now it's your turn. Let's turn insight into action and data into dollars. And I want you to design your 3 command post moments. Your morning moment, and if it's already past the morning, what are you going to set up for tomorrow? Your midday moment and your evening moment. When is it going to be? What are you going to do? How are you going to make it happen? Here's the key. Whatever you decide to do, be visible, be deliberate, and make adjustments. Being at your command post turns what is a busy team into a productive and directed team. What you want to do is make sure that you have the structure, you have the system, you have the discipline to consistently 3 times a day step back, set the morning, adjust mid-afternoon, follow up in the evening, find out what you learned, and readjust and set up for the next day. With that, I want you to go out today and really execute around these 3 command posts and start learning how you can more consistently and more effectively solve the problems of your team in real time with your resources and not with your time. And with that, go create some leadership fire, and I'll see you tomorrow in the Dealership War Room.